Hi, Penny. I really enjoyed your thoughtful response to the Armenian genocide exhibition. I was fascinated by the distinction, which I know, of course, curators like to draw, between a didactic exhibition and a memorial. And I realize that's an important formal distinction. And yet, at the same time, I wonder about the blurring. It seems to be that even the original exhibition that Gary designed quite brilliantly, I thought, some years ago in the Armenian Library and Museum of America, had profound memorial functions. And in a sense, all museums do. I mean, that's the wonderful argument that Stephen Bann proposes in his whole sort of tracking of what actually, what kind of structure or feeling actually underlies the emergence in the early modern period of candidates of curiosity. That all of them, he argues, were initially impelled by the loss, the painful loss under conditions of early Protestantism, of Catholic shrines, especially in Northern Europe, and reliquaries and so forth, and that Protestant intellectuals felt compelled, perhaps unconsciously, to memorialize that which they had lost, the esoterica, the sense of the aura of the saints and so forth, obviously impossible under Protestant theology, but that in a compensatory sense, that's precisely what emerges in these early cabinet of curiosities, which then structure later the modern museum. So all museums, it seems, whether or not they're about art or anything else, have a memorial function. We've seen this week in reference to the Rose, that it's clear that for many people, the very spirit, in fact, of the history of Judaism, especially the loss of expropriated art stolen from Jewish families by the Nazis, for some people lives on in the Rose, and so the Rose was a kind of living memorial to that which had been lost and to the people that have been lost. And so any museum, it seems to me, has that memorial potential. So, and similarly, the memorial itself up on the upper floor in Alma, which, as you pointed out, is visible from every point in the museum, does seem to have that a deep didactic quality. It really is teaching people, even though it's not all that text-heavy and so forth. So it just strikes me that there's fascinating interpenetration of these memorial and educational or didactic forms that we always need to be conscious of. Each infuse the other in very interesting ways. It's one of the reasons, I think, that museums are so compelling. And one always has the sense of the presence of, frankly, the dead in them. Not that they are dead places necessarily, but when they're well done, we sort of all live again and enter into complex relationships with those who are physically no longer with us. And in that sense, all museums have memorial functions, some of which are more foregrounded than others. But a really interesting visual essay, and I appreciated it. Thank you.